Alrighty, hello and welcome to the channel. Blunt here, and today we're back in Mine Mogul for the next phase of whatever the heck this contraption is. Now, the question that no one has asked but me is going to be, what the heck do I do next? I believe smelting is next. I have two goals today. Get the smelting, blast furnacing, whatever you want to call it, fully set up so that we're getting ingots out, which I then believe will unlock the heavy ore thingy, and then I have to haul 6 of each kind down, and then we'll get the ore crusher, not the ore crusher, but the cluster breaker. That's the one. And once I have that, I should in theory be able to go around and buy all the little things and get all the miners in all the places to fatten up this, because there's not enough gold. There's not enough coal. There's a good amount of iron, but the system was designed to handle so much more. So first things first, I need to go spend money, which, you know, is always my favorite part. Hello, stairs? Thank you. I think, and therefore I am. No. How brain do I? Okay, right off the bat, I don't need those. I'm gonna hang on to pretty much everything else. Maybe I don't need this right now. Not for this step. What I do need is casting furnaces. Why are these locked? Double ingot casting mold. They are not locked because of that. They're locked because of quests. Oh, man. How do I get them? Oh, up there, cluster collector. Okay, so I'll still be able to get them. All right, so let's think here. I'm gonna have steel, iron, gold, and copper. So I need 4 lines. Last time, I think I did 2 machines per line, but this system is capable of handling 3 times the ore. But I don't think I'm actually going to choke this system out depending on how many more auto miners spots I find. So let's just go for double. So I need 4 lines of 4, so I need 12. That's not 4 times 4, that's 16, you idiot. I can math. Oh, Jesus. That's $500,000. Oh my lord. Oh my. Oh Jesus, that's a lot of money. That is, oh, it hurt. It hurt a lot, but I need it. Wait. They stack. They stack. Okay, that's awesome. Because if I recall correctly, last time they did not. And that was one of the reasons I was emptying my inventory out. I didn't need to do that. All right, so how tall are ye? Ye be tall. Walk through the hole. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, I'm gonna collide in a bunch of places if I want to make better use of this space. So I need this floor to go down. How far down to make proper use of this? Because I don't think I'm gonna, I don't know. How big are these machines? Let's see. Okay, and then for steel, I need to make sure I leave 1. Yeah. See, I just don't have the room for the last one. That's 3. And that leaves me just a smidge of room for organization. How am I on? Oh, hey, I have a headlamp. Why isn't that on? I can't put a belt on top of that. So right there, I need to come down 2. But then I also need to clear out of here. So what is that? Okay, so if 1, 2, 3, I need to move the floor down by 3. And each stairwell or stairpiece is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the floor essentially actually needs to be on par with, because if I recall correctly, what are these things? There. So that should be 1, 2, 3. So if I move the floor down to where it meets with the bottom of this conveyor, that should function. All right. So let me start in the back here. Probably leave that intact for just a second. And I'll pull this one, yeah. Whoop. And I'll walk off the edge. Why not? Okay, so let me get some stairs going here and some more of these platforms. And I'm going to build, I essentially have to build a platform in order to, actually, wait, did I just nail it? Is that right? I think that's right. Yeah, that gives me the 2 up top I needed to give room. Wow, okay. Convenient. So I have 90 of these things. Let's start by building out this way and figuring out where the stairs actually line up now. Okay, that's my box. Now I just need to fill it in. And is this gonna be enough room? I need to fit, let's see. So if I do one there and there's gonna be at least 2 belts in the middle. So that would be there. And then I need probably 2 belts width there. And then again, 2 belts width there. Man, there's no way this just works out like that. Is this really the right? I mean, it's hanging off a little over here, but I swear I'm not actually, like, this is the planning phase. Now, the stairwell might get in the way, and I'm going to need a lot more of the platforms. Actually, just, you know what? So I'll just sink it back here a little bit more. This rock right here might get in the way, but should work. Okay, I'm going to leave that one open. That little line there. Because the only reason I'm leaving the system running until I absolutely can't, because, well, money. This is going to be an expensive build, as I have already spent $500,000, well, over $500,000, and I've made a floor, and I'm out of floor. Well, damn. Granted, if I were to fix the stairs, what I really need to do is find the stairwell up top, so I can get rid of this floor here. Where did I bring the stairs down for up there? Back here? Yeah. Oh, look. Wait, how does that line up? It doesn't line up great. You know what? Man, do I leave this here or is this going to get in the way? Having like this little extra floor here. Because this I can send that way. Ah, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to leave this floor intact. He keeps... I'm just debating back and forth. Yeah. Because I need some way to get my stairwell from over there across, unless I make it switch around. So come down here, go this way, and then just... Yep, okay, wait. No, I think I have an idea. I'm going to run out of materials again, but hopefully I can make this work, because this is going to get in the way. Yeah, so I think this stairwell here, I'll pull all of this flooring, except for enough, like, over here in this corner. Just like that, actually. I'll probably just leave that right there, just to open it up a little. Okay, just should be a matter of getting rid of legs. Oops. The occasional piece of coal seems to make it there. We'll just do that for the time being. Just to keep from making too much of a mess just yet. All right. There. That floor is done. Now, I need to run through and do this. Do I shut it down now? Do I think I have enough money? Yes. I mean, I should, right? 334. Let's turn off all auto miners and clear all objects. And now I can pull all this stuff and finish the floor up, which will reveal a bunch of frickin' support legs. Yay. I didn't realize that you could just spam left click. That right click is what it took to enable. So that actually wasn't anywhere near as bad as I thought it was. Okay, I think that's all of them. Whoops. All right. Progress. Now what? Well, So I've left enough room, I think, to where if I need to, I can pull the chutes back a little bit. I think by 1. So if I need to do some belting work up there, but now I think it's... now is the time of my discontent. No. I need to figure out my life goals. I swear to God, this game is... It's addictive. It drives you slightly crazy. It causes withdrawal symptoms. Wait a minute. Heard this before. Where are belts? Am I blind? Oh, yes, I am. It turns out I don't just wear glasses for good looks. And that, wow, I nailed it off the bat. That's it. Okay. So I'm thinking my goal is going to be steel. Now I can send this further that way, which means I probably want to actually start over here. So let's do, yeah, okay. I want 2 belts of room, I think. Right, yeah, 2 belts of room. And then I need room for sorting. I'm having the damnedest time. There we go. That should be that. Okay. We're going to try and make everything, even though only steel is going to get coal. Oops, I got one of those off. I want everything symmetrical. I don't know why. I guess easier for diagnostics and, you know, less trigger. Just less trigger. That's what we're going to go with. Okay. And now I can get around over here because more stuff's going to have to happen over here. Okay. Oh, I need room to... I don't know if this is going to work now. Dang it. Because I need room to be able to get in here unless... Does that really line up like that? Does that work? How do I test this? I guess I could put a thing in there and eject it out and see if that works. No, because I don't want stuff in the way. Let's try putting a thing in here and then eject mold 3. Okay. I think that worked. So now I can have the belts right next to each other and I still have room to get in here and do what I need to do. Yep. I think this is it. I do need to still figure out. I put 2 belts back here. Why did I put 2? Why did I put 2? I don't actually think I need 2. Quick test here. There's not enough room to do it that way. But if I had a belt up here, can I still walk through here easily? Oops. I'll figure my controls out here in a second. Okay. Never mind about needing the 2. Let me just butt this stuff up. Whoops. Try not to kill myself in the process by falling. There's no fall damage. It's okay. It's only my sanity. All right. That should work. Now I just need to figure out... I can't have the belts go past it. So I have 2 belts in front and 2 belts in between. And I need to figure out how to 50-50 split everything the right way. So if one belt were to come in and turn... So if I were to say one belt there, right? See, that's already a problem because that wouldn't work. So I need to think things out properly. That's what I need to do. Okay, well, it'll be fine. If things will just go where I want them to go. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to put one here, here. Now, if I put you there and another one there, that still doesn't work. Huh. Well, all right then. All right, because that's going to... All right. And then I also see this piece becoming a problem. So we're just going to get rid of that. Huh. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I need to try and keep this as compact as possible to fit everything in. But look at all the room it's going to give me down here. I mean, this entire section here where that's filled with legs right now is going to basically be able to be used for production, which means redundancy. Also means that all 3 of those need to go different ways. Maybe not. Okay, give me a minute to ponder my life choices here, and I'll see if I can figure out a pattern to get these. I want to use bulk diverters. I don't want to use smart splitters. I don't know. They fling stuff too often. There's not a high wall version, and I'm expecting this to become a problem. So some combination of something here is gonna... Am I being dumb about this? Hang on. Is that probably just high enough to fit in there? Jump. That may just be high enough to go in there. But yeah, I'll get all this routed. See you in a sec. All right, I actually think that works. So it goes straight from the chute. I don't know which one that's pulling, but straight from the chute over. And then if I'll have to get rid of all the support legs. Split 50-50, and then each one comes around 50-50. Now I just need to fall to my doom. No. Mirror that, which actually I need to take all this back down and move this over one, because then the next one needs to be over this way, like that. So I actually need this one like that. There we go. Yeah, that should work, because now I can take this second chute up and it actually needs to grab from that one, because iron's still coming down the middle. I just realized something. I may have done this backwards, because if I put that there, let's grab a couple of these machines. They need to go here. Does that work? Okay, it actually does work. Hang on. No, it doesn't. What am I hitting? Oh, I'm hitting. So I would have been better off the way it was before. See, because the machines are not centered, right? The tub's on one side. So by flipping it, if I want the end of start of the line to be the same, this has to be offset. But I need it offset the other way. So I move this one over here to have this one over here. It's the other way. Son of a... Nothing more frustrating than having to redo something you've already redone because you forgot to redo it the correct way the first time, right? Does that make sense? Anyone follow that? Okay, so this needs to go this way. Nope. It needs to go this way. And this one needs to go this way. Now I can put these down like that, which I'm hitting the dang belt. There we go. Wow, that actually worked out pretty well. It's almost like I planned it. I didn't, but it's almost like I did. Wait, I can't fit through there? Aw, but I can fit through here. At least until I get all the flooring, because now I got to go through and do flooring real quick, preferably without falling. All right, and there we go. So now I have two belts coming out over here. I can get around the machines through here in the middle to set up their dealy hoozawatchets. There's where all the ore comes in, getting split along the way. And now I just need to do two more lines, because what did I set up here? I need two more lines. Right, because now iron has to get split two more times, or one more time. Right, because now this belt here in the middle, I need to bring out this away and have it split. And I probably should figure out something to do with that chute, because that's gems. So I probably need to... I'll figure that out once I get everything laid out, but I need to run something just to get gems going somewhere. Maybe I just run them across the ceiling up there. I forgot how to get back. Yeah, because these two are coal. So quite frankly, since this is my shutdown, I could actually take this and this. So this is polished gems of varying varieties, and that's coal in case I need ore or crushed. I could probably just combine them and send them some way over there or over here just to get them down and out of the way. And then this, or no, that coal tube needs to come over here to go for the iron, which is going to be interesting because I didn't really... Wait, does my design actually allow for this? Holy crap, hold on. This isn't getting coal, but yeah, I left room. I don't know how I did that. Cool, I think. Because I essentially have to create another version of this splitter, but mirrored on the backside and going down to the coal opening. But I think I'll have room? Question mark? This is when I find out I've screwed up, right? One and two. There. Oh, it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight, but I think it's gonna work. All right, so I'm going to finish plumbing in. I've probably said this 3 or 4 times, but I keep getting distracted. This like really screws with my ADD, which I did know I had. Or maybe I'm just not good at paying attention. I don't know. But I need to mirror this over here, split the middle tube into that, get those two tubes over there, and run this coal tube to the backside, and then deal with the output. So back in a minute. Alrighty, well, it's all plumbed in. Well, most of it, I think. Yeah, I think we're good to go. I do need to figure this one out. This has to get somewhere down somewhere, somehow, something. And then I got to figure out something to do with the 4 belts. Because essentially the way I've done this is now I got to remember that I've built stairs and there's no reason to keep parkouring everything, but I'm going to because I'm stubborn like that. There we go. Running. There's the one there. So you're copper and gold. So it's from selling point out, it's copper, iron, gold. So we're going to have a copper line, the gold line. Those two will come out there. Over here is going to be iron and steel, but steel isn't always going to produce steel if copper mismatches. So I need to sort steel into steel. Does that make sense? Probably not. Do I have any bulk sorters left? No. Before I get to bulk sorting, let's figure out what I'm doing with this. I need it out of the way. Like there, it seems to be pretty much out of the way. So now that'll send that down to here, or sends it down to this chute. And then for the time being, we'll just catch it all and send it back to the belt. Nope. Is that gonna get in the way? Maybe. Actually, maybe. I need a bulk sorter to know for sure. Proving more difficult, even though I left room for me to be able to get around and everything. Keep falling. Now I can use this ramp maybe? So if I do that, just not liking it. Nope. I think what I can do, perhaps, maybe, can I fit you in there and then put an angle there? Does that look like that'll work? Maybe? Wait, am I dumb? How do I interact? There we go. Toggle that. So I'll need to put iron in that one, and then iron will actually, and I did this wrong. So now if I do that, God dang it. Steel should only come out the middle. Iron should get combined over here and come out here. And then this one's going to be gems and bulk coal. Then I have 2 more belts up there, and one is going to be producing gold and one is going to be producing copper. Now I just need to go and put in all the ingot thingamabobbers, which I grabbed 16 because I have 16 things. That's not enough. I need times 3, which is 32 plus 16 is 48. 16 times 3, 48. That doesn't sound right. Oh, it's 48. Wow. Okay. When I get math right in my own head, and it surprises me. But I already have 16, so how many do I actually need? I need 32. Another 40 grand well spent. Oh my God. So much money. Okay. Now to just go through and place 48 of these, which I'm going to then switch out for duals later down the road. Actually, I don't know if that's going to be necessary. I don't know if that actually makes, like, does that make these things faster or anything? Or is that just for load balancing? All right, they're all loaded up. The only thing I need is that the first iron bar to come out needs to go. I should probably make sure to actually finish walling everything off. Do not want spill. I mean, granted, if there's spillage, that's why the entire floor is a conveyor. I'm really hoping this works. Turn on all auto miners. Iron should come through because I believe I have an iron thing up there. I think I've done this right. Oh my Lord. And the first thing to come down the belt is coal. Oh, there's some iron. All right, coal and iron's what's coming down. That's perfect. That's what oh Jesus. What I need. I just realized I missed support and trying to get rid of them as I go. Oh, it's over there. I got turned around on my own thing. Okay, so this is where iron comes in. I mean, just think about how much it's actually going to need to go. Wait, some already went down? Yep, some already went down. How about coal? Oh, got coal coming down. All right, that's good. Over here should be copper. We got copper, and then gold is going to take freaking forever because I have so little gold in the system now. This is way overkill. Now I need to figure out which of these machines is going to launch first, and what do I need? I need an iron. So the first iron ingot to come off needs to get thrown into that sorter. We're already at 1,300 objects, and nothing's actually been made. You know what I ought to do? Make this also be my slag line, and I can pull it out right here for when I need to produce slag stuff, slag ingot, because then I can pull that out there, and then I think most of the other stuff that requires slag is like manufacturer stuff. That's going to be happening on the next floor. Oh my Lord, will you produce something already? My God, that belt takes so long. May not have enough iron coming through. I don't have enough anything. Oh my God, I'm going to have to put so many miners on that thing to actually saturate this system. Like all of them. I'm down to a 1/4 mil, which means that, what, I started today with almost 900,000. I mean, I started this whole build with 1,100,000. Okay, I'm just gonna have to let this run for a minute and fill up. There's no way around that. It's like this machine hasn't even gotten anything because gold is such a rarity, which means that main belt probably hasn't made it up there yet. Okay, back in a bit. All right. Well, as you can see, we are getting a good chunk of iron out of the steel side because I don't have enough coal. But now the iron should get pulled over to that belt. Yep. All right. Which also reminds me that I wanted to throw polishers in at this point. I did not think about that before setting all this up, but it's not that big of a deal because what I can do is they're just 2x2, right? So if I set this there and then that one's iron. So in fact, let's, we're going to make a wee bit of a mess real quick. No, we're not, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to set another belt underneath to catch the mess I'm about to make. As I try to parkour this, I don't... Stairs, man, they exist, dude. Just use them. Why? Why do you make your life so difficult? I want it up here, but I can't get... I hate trying to freaking place these sometimes. Okay, there's that. And then, in fact, I actually need that down, my catch-all down one. Now I can pull this. There we go. Oh, crap. Right, if you don't put the I need to buy the polishers. Shoot, because it's just piling up there because I'm an idiot. Polishers, I need 4. And then I need to get back up there fairly quickly. What a maroon. Yeah, they are, oh my god, they're just piling up here. All right, let's put the magnet there. Let's put a polisher here. Get all this out of the way here. Realize, oh, I put that in the wrong spot, which is part of the problem. I need to go down one and then put the polisher there. There. Now everything should be getting polished. I do need to do the wall thing. This is not the stairway. That's the stairway. I've completed something. I wasn't paying attention as to what. There. And wait, how did steel get through? I just saw steel. Or no, how is iron still getting through here? No. All iron is supposed to be. How is that? What? Iron should be getting pulled, right? How is... Wait, my iron's missing out of that basket? I can't get back up this way. God dang it. How... Didn't I put an iron piece in that basket? Yeah, there's an iron piece in there. Am I... That's not iron, is it? Oh, wait. Is that's iron. I think I put steel in there. Let's try that. There we go. That's where I screwed up. Okay. Okay, so now all that's getting polished. For this floor, though, for this setup, do I want everything coming down into the same place? I mean, that does leave me a lot of room. Okay, so now the two get fed into there. They drop down a level, go through the polishers, and I got it off a level? Are you kidding me? Oh, how did I do that? God, there we go. Okay, now that's been fixed. So now I have, essentially, if I've done this correctly, which there is absolutely no guarantee I have, 4 belts, steel, iron, gold, copper. How? How did you manage that? Get on a belt. Now, I have unlocked to get... Okay, I can make I need to get the steel gear thing. So let's just do 3 of those, and we'll swap out one of the machines, probably right here at the head where it's nice and easy to get to. Eject mold 1, eject mold 2, and eject mold 3. Whoops. And now that's producing, well, we have whatever that is, but now we have gears going. While that's going, because we need to produce 40 of those, where am I at? I'm at 3,000 objects, and all I've done is make ingots. Huh. And not a lot of them. Not enough. There's room for improvement. Yeah, all these belts can handle so much more. I do need to check on the copper bypass chute, which is over here. And it actually seems to be working. My only concern is that if this overflows, will it back up enough to shove everything over before it starts spilling over the walls? We're still primarily just using one crusher, so there is much room. Okay, well, I think what that means is I need to start finding everything to blow up, because I'm going to need a lot more. There we go. Miners. So this one's just a regular and 2 heavies? No, 3 heavies, which I need to figure out how to get that back to that belt over there. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go and find all the freaking miners I can and start plumbing them in. Is there not any other rooms I missed? I'm sure there are. The heavies are going to be the big ones because I need the ore breaker or cluster breaker, whatever it's called, to make those work. And I'm going to have to run a second belt down here. This first belt's got some room, but not a lot. Oh, look, $5,000. Here we go. That's 2. And this looks like this is going to be gold. Oh, this is just a pathway through. Wait, what? Have I really gotten almost all of them? Is there not as much in the way of resources on this map? Oh, wait. There's 2 up here. No, 3. Oh, 2 regulars and a heavy. There's not that much. Like, I apparently already have most of the ore on the map. I feel like I'm missing something somewhere. Like, what's missing down here are heavies. Okay, well, because I only found 3 more doors to unlock, and 1 was just a bypass between 2 areas I've already been working. So 10 of those. And then how am I doing on belts? I might have enough. All right, that was a lot of work for this. It's because this one I think only has 2 miners in here. There's a bunch more up top I haven't done, but now I can finish cleaning this room up. Do I not have my mag? There it is. And I'm going to grab and just start cleaning things up. And of course, the way the bulk sorting is set out, everything that isn't ore, so if I send a drill bit through or anything, in theory should just get polished and sent out. You know me and theories. And while that's getting going, so this is a second belt. I run it all the way, oh Jesus, all the way up. Unfortunately, I guess I didn't leave much in the way of planning for that because it gets up to right around here and I have to go over top. But now I need to do ore clusters. Oh, is this another? Oh yeah, that's a heavy. There's a couple in here. I'll want to put them up on that belt up there. So what I'll probably do is actually put a merger here. Like that. There. I was going to say if I'm quick about it, I can actually do it now. All right. That should handle that. I don't think there's anything back here. There's a lot of heavy spots, just not a lot of regular. And then I have some back down on the first floor, which I need to figure out how I'm going to get to if I'm just going to put them back on the main belt. This room here, I have 1, 2. Oh my God. I have another. Well, let's just turn you off. I was just sitting here going to say, like, you know, I need to run another belt to get all this stuff. No wonder why my frame rate's going to hell. Well, let's go ahead and prepare another belt intrusion here. I apparently had more iron because that's what I freaking need was more iron. Okay, so that's going this way. We put that there. Can't put anything here because this one's in the way. Wait, did I go up too high? I did. All right, now I should be able to try and clean all this up. I can't believe I missed this entire area. That's a lot of iron. System, but that's a lot of iron. All right, I believe I have... Oh, wait, nope. I was going to say I believe I picked up all the iron, but I missed a piece. I mean, granted, there's still bits all over the place. See, now, look, it's doing exactly what I'd hoped. See, it's scraping off the top, which will eventually just flow over to the other 3 belts, so that, in theory, this middle belt should never be too high. Heck, this actually might be a good opportunity to go and inspect the hopper real quick. Things are getting a bit slow as we're approaching 3,500 objects, so my movement's being affected. And we are not overwhelming any of the bulk sorters, even with that level of ore. So she can handle more. Does look like we're actually using more than just that 1 crusher for once. We're using 3. So 50% capacity? Iron. I mean, if iron was the only goal, I got that, you know? All right, moving on. Now I can finally start getting to where I can start hooking up the rest of the machines. You see, there's still one back there. And I could have sworn somewhere... There's more around here. But I need to unlock the heavy to do that. My moon jump is getting crazy. I'm hoping I have them all hooked up this time. I just got to keep watching that count. Okay, so now I have the heavy. I know I'm going to need a couple of these, so we're just going to buy a couple of those. I think that'll be enough. And I need an iron ore cluster to get the breaker. which is what I need in order to... Oh, right, you got to pick the stuff up, Gizmo. Which is what I need in order to actually be able to plumb everything in. Holy iron, Batman. So what are the chances that you are an iron? Fairly good given the fact that everything around you is iron. Yeah, this one I'll plumb back in because there's pretty much no point. And matter of fact, for now at least, let's turn you off. If I just spam this thing over and get it to my selling floor thing like that, it'll just spit the ore clusters out. Oh, wrong button. Plus it'll give me an opportunity to learn do clusters break. And that'll get me the cluster breaker, and then I can plumb everything else in. Ooh, I need to make a copper gear. Well, then by all means I'll go switch that iron one back out for ingot and grab up the eject mold 1, eject mold 2, and eject mold 3. Oh shit. Nope. Gimme. Got it. Almost ended poorly. And then I need to make copper gears. So eject mold 1, eject mold 2, and eject mold 3. There we go. So now I'm going to make copper gears for a bit. All right, here comes some clusters. Do the clusters break? No, it does not appear they do. This gives a pretty good indication about the rate of ore coming in. I'm going to take a whack my coal, gold, and everything is just not as good as iron. All right, so while that's working, I'm going to go and explore a little and try and make sure I have all the machines actually plumbed in this time. So that when I have the cluster breaker, which I just realized what I freaking did. That one room where I set up with that iron, I didn't plan on a cluster breaker. That was smart. That was up top, wasn't it? Okay, so maybe I should just wait. It's not going to be long. Yeah, it's almost done. I say almost done. It's 25% of the way there, but it's going pretty quick. Oh, that broke. Okay, so if they land on anything but a conveyor, wait, is that how that one didn't break? Okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Somehow it broke, and that one broke. Well, it's just temporary. Well, that's going to be... Okay, so I need to do 6 clusters in order to get the double casting mold. Which I'm guessing I have to unlock. Yep. Oh, well, I mean, there's an alternative path, but... So I'm still going to plumb everything in. I'll just do that by hand. All right, so now I need to get... I should have the cluster breaker I can buy? Yep. Buy 20 of those. Why not? 121 grand. Oh, wow. My money is almost gone. It's holding at 3,000 objects, though. So that's pretty decent. Considering the fact I'm not doing anything yet. Let's do that. Okay, so now I need to figure out how to place... It's not quite tall enough. That's kind of the downside here. Now, in theory, I'll test with these. I just dump that there. Those should just fall on that belt. That belt that's going to be pretty significantly overwhelmed, I have a feeling. Then if I don't remember if these pass through or not. So 3 crushed, or they just pass through? 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay. And then what else does this do? The mystery geode, which is fine. I'm going to turn that on. So mystery geodes should already be getting polished. Okay. It is time to go around and start plumbing stuff in. I'm going to start up in that top room. Oh my God, my moon jump. Yeah, I'm going to start in that top room, which I think I can get to through my little access way here. And I'm going to just plumb in every heavy or regular thing I can find. Probably stop and check on the copper real quick. Oh yeah, it's doing fine. Oh, this one's copper. All right, that's convenient. Now, can one ore thing or one crusher handle everything? I imagine it can. I missed a room? Hold up. Now, are you actually going to be more stuff? Or are you just going to be another room that's like a shortcut to somewhere else? Oh, you go... All right, I got to clean this up. Oh my God, there's more. Because I just... Oh wait, is that a for sale? This is another for sale. Where does this go? I missed another room? Hold up. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this ready. Oh, There's another coal thing right here. Okay, so this room, where does this go? I have belts in here, which means I've been this way. Okay, that goes over there. Got it. I clean as I go. A, it's, you know, when I put a new belt in, it'll give me something to surge the belt with to stress test everything. B, when I get to a new area, I know it's a new area because I haven't cleaned it. Where does this go? What? What is this? I found a canyon. Get away from my stash. Oh, an Easter egg. I'm probably going to shatter a bunch of stuff trying to get it to... Wait. Okay, that goes back over there. Over here we have a light, a heavy. There's another heavy up here. That's that tunnel, and I think that's it. So I just need to find the closest belt. Probably not that one. Up here, maybe? Oh, yeah. This is where I was already planning on doing it. Right. And then it's this room, right? Yes. Oh, no, I'm actually running out of conveyors again. Okay, so 2 heavies, one's that way. So if I take and I put ore crusher... Oh, that's why you clean. There. I could actually probably back it up a hair. And wasn't there a light around here? There were 2 heavies and a light. Oh, yeah, there. But I don't want to send... I'm going to have to go buy more conveyors. Because I do not want to send the light along with everything else. Because if it produces any gems, they're going to get crushed. So now I need to find my way back to the store. Well, we're up to 4,000 objects and I haven't finished everything because I need to go back and get more belts. I'm curious to see what the hopper's looking like. Are we still really managing on mainly one belt? What? This is interesting. Oh, what happened here? I'm an idiot. There's those wrong way. I'm guessing I did the same thing with this corner. Yep. God dang it. All right. I was wondering why my it was going up pretty rapidly for the hopper not being all that full. It's like a lot of copper should be getting produced, which is going to help with the steel production. Okay, I think that about cleaned up that mess. What was I doing? Right, I got to find my way back to the store now. Hey, look at that. A geode made it through. Or a cluster. And that's blocking everything up. We're at 4,200 objects. All right. Quickest path to the store is probably this way. I don't know, 400-ish, 380. I don't know. I don't want to keep coming back. That's all I know. Okay, so let me go figure out where I am. I think, oh, I need to go find my way back to that copper room, add in that last light, and then I need to do another scour, but I should be getting close to all of them. Which means I overbuilt the frickin' system again. Okay, that's that last light one put in. I'm gonna go take another walk around. I gotta be missing something, right? There's no way I've already outfitted every mining location. I do keep finding like ore just laying on the ground in random places, which has me a little on the concerned side. You know what I need to do? I need to start putting lights up in places so I know where I've been. Hey, that's a problem. Why are we packed? Can one just not handle it? I don't think it can. Okay, well, seems like a simple enough solution. We'll just take you and stretch you out and bring you over here. So one cannot one cannot handle... Well, I mean, granted, that's 3. So I guess one can only handle... Oh, don't put a cluster in there. There we go. Yeah, that's 3. Okay, so one thingy can only handle 2? Yeah, because this one's not getting backed up at all. All right, back to what I was doing. Trying to find where I've been. All right, there was this room. I completely forgot about this room over here. I got more back here to do, and I need to clean it up. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3 heavies and a light. So I'm going to need 2 breakers, which I'll just give this one its own breaker and use 2 more. Okay. This is why you clean. What's this room back here? Oh, just an extra piece of flooring and some diamond. Okay. How's this top belt looking? Oh, pretty sparse. Okay. So if I were to pull that and put that there, that should do the trick. Alrighty, 3 more heavies and a light added into the system. Slowly working my way back down, looking for all hidden rooms and things, and I think I'm done up here. I think it's down this way now, which all of this, I believe, just opens up back to the main cavern. Yeah, been there. Know that area pretty well. Gotta just run around with my little piece of wall out so I can, if I'm missing one, it'll be highlighted. Pretty sure I got all the ones up here. Yeah, that leads back around, right? That's just a big circle. This is purely the gold room. Yeah, no hidden things back here. That leads back to the main cavern. Nothing over there. This is the copper room. That's all by itself. Main hallway by the computer. But I am having such a hard time navigating. That's that back end of that floor. Cavern back here, but nothing in it. Did this oh, this has, wait. I found another heavy. All right, let's figure out how to do this one. Okay, that should dump right there. And now I just need to grab the heavy on there. Okay, this one's producing gold. Ooh, nice. All right, grab my piece of wall. Oh, I just spotted one. Oh yeah, look at all the copper up here. All right, what do we got? We have 2 lights and a heavy. Now, where's my closest belt that's going up? Back over here? Man, I don't know about overloading that belt anymore. But I don't think there's another way up. I just heard a polisher going off. Huh. Wonder what got caught up in there. All right, let's figure this out. Okay, so it's 2 lights and a heavy. So if I put that way, bring that down here, I'm hoping this doesn't overwhelm this belt. I'm hoping it makes it, I want to say I started transitioning it to high belt not too far back there. There's the heavy, and there's the light. Now, what about this way? Is there anything I'm missing over here? Like, that's just back up to that copper node I was just at, and then I think that one is empty. I got a belt back here, so I've been that way. Mysterious cavern, nope, just goes back to where I've been. There's a belt. 4,200 objects, but actually holding pretty steady. And then that just leads up to that area, which I believe I've already knocked out all of these. So I think that's it. I think I officially have every single available miner. The only difference is I don't have rapids. Now, I can do rapids. I think the system will handle it. So I want to start from the top and let's go look for anything overwhelmed. I did hear a polisher beeping earlier, and I think I'm done with gears, right? Nah, look, copper gear, iron gear. So I'm gonna have to sort out gears and have gears being produced. I don't remember gear being in there. So if anything, I actually end up needing to produce more than what I've already been doing for gears. I see a problem. Not that big of a problem. Is it? Oh, it's a problem. How? Why? Okay, well, I didn't know that was going to be a problem. Just chuck this over the edge. This is why we have a conveyor floor. There. All right, protect. Oh, I could do this side too. All right, so it is handling it. Coal's looking good. How much iron's actually coming out on this side? It's still producing a good amount of iron on the steel side, which means it can take more coal. Still not a lot of gold. It almost looks like we're still, yeah, still running on like 3 with the occasional 4th crusher of 6. There are 6 crushers in this system, so that can handle more. Coal, how are we looking here? I'm on the wrong floor. Oh, yeah, look at all the geodes. Yeah, it's still starting to back up, but it's staying put, so I'm okay with that, which I just realized. No, I'm good. I was like, I combined these. I didn't send them through a polisher again, did I? Because that would be stupid. No, the polisher's over here. All right, and lastly, but surely not least, are you kidding me? It's still mostly on one belt. Looks like it's occasionally spreading over. The hang time I get at this frame rate. There we go. Because we're at 4,500 objects. And I haven't even gotten to manufacturing yet. So the actual frame rate would be like, at this, if I turned off lossless scaling, I'd be getting 3 FPS. And I haven't, the other thing I've been kind of paying attention to as I run around is messes. Have I seen any messes? Which so far it looks like everything's been holding up. As for the main hopper, room to spare. You know, I think she could handle all rapids. The only problem with rapids is you don't get emeralds. So what I probably would do is start by leave everything on that main belt as regular and then change everything else out. Okay, I'm gonna hit turn on just to make sure everything's on. I'm pretty sure they're all on. Yeah, this has gotten busy. But yeah, all right, so it's handling it. I do need at some point to switch out more gears, and then I guess I need to figure out how I'm gonna sort out gears. I guess that's what I'll do with that slag bin. I'm gonna end up having to redo this section over here. Luckily, I didn't do much. I just threw some polishers in for money. But speaking of money, I have spent, I got down to like 40 grand. So this has cost well over $1 million because I started with 1,100. The system, or 1,100, 1.1 million. The system was left running while I was working for a while there, and I'm only just back up to close to a quarter mil. So I'm going to need to let it run and get my money back for the next stage, which of course will be manufacturing, which I have all this room now for. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, because there's buttons if you did, buttons if you didn't. And as always, buttons to push. Until next time.